Hey everyone, today's video is called 10-word sentences. And so let's get started. This activity is great for auditory memory, language, both expressive and receptive, and articulation of the sound, R. So basically, I've created these 10-word sentences, and this is great for keeping data, right? So, out of 10, how many did they get right? Especially if you're doing R articulation. Obviously not all of the words in the sentence contain R, but for data keeping purposes, for auditory memory, it's perfect. So you may wish to read the sentence aloud and have the student or client read back or remember the sentence and give it back to you verbatim. And then you can share your screen and you can check off the ones using your annotation tools to show them how many of them they got correct. But this is great because if you read a sentence like the first one, please sit down in the blue chair by the door. And they have to say it back to you. Please sit down in the blue chair by the door. Another great way to work on auditory memory with this is to give a distractor. So for example, maybe you have them read it backwards. So you give it to them forwards, they read it backwards. Door, the, by, chair, blue, the, in, down, sit, please. And then they have to remember what it is. So this is a great auditory memory task. As far as expressive language goes, you certainly could have them change one or two words in the sentence to change the meaning. You could even have them change a word that has that starts with the same letter. So that's another way of doing that. And I love this activity where you can have them draw or annotate, where you read the sentence to them. They have to remember it, so you only show it to them once, or make them rely on their auditory memory strictly, and have them draw a picture of what it is the sentence is saying. Please sit down in the blue chair by the door. So they would sketch out a picture of what they've read. So as far as our articulation goes, you could read the sentence aloud to them and then have them guess how many, not guess, but tell you, hopefully they're listening to it, tell you how many words in the sentence contain the R, right? And then they can give you that number of words, and then they can, you can cross-check it with them. So that's working on auditory memory and working on R's. And then you can have them tell you, okay, how many of those words start at the beginning, the middle, or the end of the word where the R was located. So, so many different ways that you can access using this activity. So this one is 10-word sentences. Thanks for joining me. Find the link in the description for the digital download, where you can find that on my website, fathominterventions.com. Cheers.